Hello mamas, Jessica Coulter here, CEO and founder of Ace Cookie Tutoring. We're outside today, got some contractors, so let's talk about the game plan for your teen's second semester. So I gotta tell you that my game plan for the day has been a little off, so we want to make sure your teen semester goes better than my day's going, or that his semester possibly could go. So I want to know, does your teen have a plan for this semester? When I say plan, I mean routines, I mean schedules. Is he organized? Does your teen know what's happening when? Yes or no? Let me know down below. And I want to encourage you to send me an email to Ace Cookie Tutoring if you want some more tips all about this semester. Because I'm going to share 5 this week, but there's 3 bonus ones I'm only giving if you email. So be sure to email me after this video. Alright, so game plan. Yesterday, we focused on meeting the teachers, so that's definitely part of the plan, part of the success for your teen this semester. But the next part of that is really getting organized, figuring out schedules, figuring out routines, and organization. I don't want to go into too much here because those are all study skills I teach in my Love to Learn study program. So definitely if you've got questions, drop them below, or you can ask them when you email me anyway. But definitely want to give your teens something to start with. So the very first thing I want your teen to do when he gets those syllabi, syllabus for each class, is to look for big projects, to look for test dates, to look for anything big, papers, tests, projects, all of that. So what I want your teen to do is I actually want him to record that somewhere. Okay, so maybe in his planner, maybe on his phone, maybe on his wall calendar in his room. Have your teen put those dates somewhere. Now you and I both know those dates might change, but there's also a good chance that they're going to be very accurate, or at least very close. So we want your teen to have an idea of what's happening when, so he's more prepared. Okay? Next thing I want your teen to do, does he have a place to study? Does he have a homework area? If he doesn't, again, something that needs to be decided now. Okay, something your teen needs to know before he starts classes again this semester is, all right, am I going to study in my room at home? Am I going to plan on using the library on campus? What is your teen going to do when it comes to, it's time to study, it's time to do homework, I'm going here. Okay, 2 very important decisions for your teen to know. Okay, because if your teen changes his mind every day, well, he's never going to really develop any routines, he's not going to feel comfortable in that area, really not going to have a go-to place for getting his school work done. Okay? Some more thoughts here I want to share with you about your teen's game plan. And sorry, we're outside, might be a little noisy, but make sure you're a subscriber of my YouTube channel and a follower of my Facebook business page. I think I had some technical difficulties getting on YouTube today, so I'll make sure this replay is over there for everybody, because there will be 3 more tips I'm sharing online, so be sure that you get to know what they are. Live is better, if possible, by hitting follow, by hitting subscribe. Okay, so we've talked about your teen study area. We've talked about those big due dates that are coming up this semester. Another important component of your teen's game plan for success comes down to your teen's actual schedules, actual routines. Okay, so you've got an athlete. Part of the reason I picked the word game plan for this video is if your teen will be participating in sports, we need to know when those games are, when those practices are, because just like those due dates, your teen needs to write those down somewhere, most likely multiple places. And as to how he records those things, what's going to work best for your teen, that comes down to his learning style. Again, something we can talk about and is part of my Love to Learn study program. Alright, so now that your teen has more due dates, more important deadlines recorded, the next step, the final step, is with all that information, your teen has to decide, okay, this is where I'm studying, this is when I have stuff going on. The question now becomes, when is he going to do stuff not related to sports, not to extracurricular activities? When is he going to do stuff that needs to be done leading up to those projects, leading up to those big tests? Well, that's my last suggestion for your teens as they start this next semester, is decide. It's Sunday morning, my gotta do schoolwork time is every day at 5 o'clock for an hour, I'm going to do something related to school. Okay? So, more tips I can share with you in the following videos, as well as more tips when you email me at acecookietutoring@gmail.com. Because when you email me, I'll give you 3 bonus tips I will not be sharing here on Facebook or on YouTube. So thank you so much for watching. And if you've got questions, drop them below or in that email, and I'll see you for the next tip tomorrow. Bye, mamas.